What is up, guys? My name is Cartoons and welcome to a video because I'm going to be telling you in this simple video is about a add-on in World of Warcraft called ReforgeLite. And what this add-on does is it allows you to, instead of having to mathematically find the best possibilities of where you are going to reforge your gear in order to maximize your hit cap in PvP, mastery, crit, all that stuff. Anything that you need to do to prioritize your gear, this does it automatically and it does it perfectly every time. And I'm going to go ahead and head down to the Reforge vendor right over here and show you what it is. But before we go ahead and get into it, I want to let you know that sometimes I would do something like this. As you can see, I have 6.02%. I actually am running with two cruelty rings. That's why it's not exactly at 6%. And in case you guys don't know, 6% or 2040 hit rating for mages at level 90 is the hit cap for PvP. And what that means is that you will never miss a target with a spell. Because, sometimes you could just randomly miss a target if you're not hit capped, and that's very frustrating. But this add-on actually allows me to do it perfectly every time, and sometimes when before I discovered this add-on, I would be running with hit, and then I would be at like 6.09% or 6.12 or 6.14% at hit chance. And, if you think about it, every percentage that you're over actually takes away from you. It takes away a stat that you can be using to kill a target. And even though it doesn't seem like that much damage, it does add up. And that's why I'm going to be telling you this. So as you can see, I'm at the Reforge vendor in an Orgrimmar. And when I click the Reforge, this window pops up. And I know this window looks very intimidating, but you have to think about it like this. Alright, so as you can see, it's telling you pretty much everything that you reforged so far. Or all of the off stats. Like, for example, I reforged out of crit on my headpiece, and then it went into haste, and I have 520 mastery already. It tells you the stat for every single piece of gear that you have. And you can also see the tooltips on the left. It's pretty nice. But what I wanted to come over here and show you is that on the right, this is how you get the reforging to work. And I'm going to go ahead and show you it, no problem. As you can see here, it says target level. It's PvP. Heroic Dungeons and Raids, so I'm going to be doing it from a PvP aspect, because I'm not a PvEer at all, I'm mostly just PvP. But as you can see, I put hit rating up here, and the reason I found 2040 to be the rating even is when you go into advanced mode, you can kind of just pick out every single stat that you want if you really want to be super specific about it, but I don't really need to be. And then I added hit to be at the top of my priority list because I want to get that hit cap. And then I maxed it out at most spell hit cap, which is actually pretty nice because it has a little drop down menu and it tells you melee, hit cap, spell hit cap, expertise, soft cap, hard cap, or manual, which manual you can just type in the amount of rating that you actually need for that stat. But I found it to be spell hit cap, and it automatically went to see, you can go to melee hit cap, it's 120, spell hit cap, it's 2040. And then once you put it in, you can just hit this check mark, and then the drop-down menu also shows you that spell hit cap 2040. So that's good to go. And what this means is that when you are doing this reforging, you're setting yourself up to be able to have it reach 2040 and then go to your next priority stat. And then as you can see down here, you can click the add stat button, add stat, add stat, add stat. And then you can add a stat at which you need for your priority list. This is a priority list after all. So, but what I am going to be running right here is mastery, and then I have my third stat, which is haste, and then I did not add crit because crit is not important for frost mages at all for PvP, and I haven't had it at all. But I pretty much just had mastery up there, and what this means is that everything that is after your hit rating, like when you get to 2040 hit, it will reforge everything to mastery. And the reason for having a third stat is because when you already have, say, my headpiece, it already has mastery on it. You cannot reforge, say, this critical right here, this crit rating enchant, or I mean this crit rating stat. You can't reforge crit to more mastery. You can only reforge when when you don't have mastery on it as well. So what that means is that it's going to go ahead and reforge everything that you can reforge to mastery, and if it cannot reforge to mastery, or if you need the hit rating, then it's just going to reforge it to haste, because that is what my third priority stat is set at. And you could check to crit, whatever. But for example, I'm going to go ahead and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and reforge a bunch of things randomly, and then it's going to set it all back for me, no problem. But really quick, I'll show you, is that when you hit calculate, it calculates everything that you need to do. And since I already have all mine set up perfectly, it's already, like when it says check marked, that means you're good to go. That means it's already been good to go. But I'm going to go ahead and mess with this a little bit and show you what it means. I just changed mastery to crit on my stat priority, so it's pretty much going to be calculate, and then it's going to calculate everything that you need to do to be able to change everything over to crit from your mastery. I'm losing 3161 crit, I'm gaining 3037 crit rating, as well as haste 130. So not a bad deal. I'm not going to waste 260 gold on this, but pretty much if you just hit Reforge, it'll just start going through the list. You only have to click it once. You don't actually have to click it every single piece. But I don't really want to waste 500 gold. I don't have that much gold because I'm poor. It's not a big deal. So let's see. I'm going to move this back to mastery. And as you can see, if you hit calculate again, it'll calculate every single reforge that you need to do at a perfect line, and it is absolutely great. And it's a perfect add-on. I really do recommend getting it for PvP. And it should help you be able to get all your stats that you need perfectly. And then down here, I'll show you this really quick. It's just settings. It's just open window when reforging, show reforge stats in the item tooltips. Pretty simple. And then active, window color, colors, whatever. You can also save some presets if you would so like to. And remember, guys, how you do this is you set up your stat priority, hit rating to 2040 for casters, and then I think it's 1020 for melee. And then go for your stats. Pretty simple. And you can remove your stats right here. You can move them down or up or whatever by using these arrows. Pretty simple. And then once you do that, you hit calculate. It calculates everything you need to do. Hit show and then reforge. And then everything's perfect. You just let it do its thing. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. This little bit of an overview for this awesome add-on that I found. And even though it's pretty popular, you can still download it at curse.com/addon/wow/ReforgeLite. ReforgeLite is the add-on. And I will link it in the description for you guys. But yeah, feel free to hit the thumbs up button, show me some support, and I will see you guys next time. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see you next time. And that's about it, guys, so I'll see you later. Cartoons out.
Take no more. I know you ain't been true. That's why I'm telling you.